Good morning to us. I hope you're well. I hope you've had a relaxing holiday. You can see today that I am sitting inside a little box inside your timetable that you normally have on your whiteboard in class. So I'm going to use this timetable today to talk through your tasks for you to help you see what we have given you to do for the day. Okay, so let's have a look. It is Tuesday the 14th of April 2020 and our short date is 14.4/2020. Now I know in class we usually write it with our fingers or our noses, don't we? So you can have a go at that as well. Okay, let's have a think about our first task today. So we have sent you an English task and Miss Errol has recorded a little bit of a video for you to help you with the task. The task today is to know all about nouns. Now, what she has asked you to do is to think about the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and think about something in your house, a noun in your house, that starts with the letter A, for example, and then draw a picture and write the word next to it. Now, we do need to know what a noun is. A noun is something that is used to name something. So it could be a chair, or it could be computer, or table. I'm looking around and I can see a door. I can see a light. They are all nouns. So what we'd like you to do today is to write the alphabet out. Miss Errol has sent an example of that in her video as well. I've had a go here. You can see that I did an apple. I saw an apple, so apple. And then I had a go at drawing it. And then I had a go at writing it. Now be careful with that apple choice. It's got the spelling choice at the end is a l-e. It's trying to trick you. So some of those words may try and trick you. And then I needed to think of something for B, C and D and then carry on right to the end. She has given you an example of it, but try not to cheat. Try not to use those same pictures. Try and find objects that are around the house that you can see that are nouns. Okay. And then you could do some Turkish maybe. The Turkish teacher will have sent you your Turkish activities for the whole week. So you might decide in this time to do a little bit of Turkish, a chunk of Turkish, and then leave the rest for different parts of the week. And then maybe you could have some snack time. You might want to do something active, or you might want to have your fruit or a drink. You might just decide that you want to relax on the sofa and just watch a little bit of TV. It is your time. In maths today, you'll be doing the same as you have been, so it will be very familiar to you. You'll know what you're doing. You're going to watch the video and complete the worksheet. But there is one thing that I need to tell you about in maths today. There is something called flashback. Now, flashback is a little bit of revision. It's about practicing the questions that you have already done. And there are a couple of words in there that I want to just talk to you quickly about because I don't think that you have heard them before. So the first word in your maths flashback today is the word vertices. Vertices. And it's talking about shape, and it says, I think the question is, which shape has got 3 vertices? Now, let me tell you first of all what a vertice is, and then we'll see if we can answer the question. So a vertice on a shape is the point at which the sides meet. So I'm going to show you a rectangle, and I'm going to think about that. The point at which the sides meet. So there is a point where this side and this side meet. And here is a point where these two sides meet. And there is another point where this side meets. And then up here where these sides meet. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 4 vertices, the corners where the sides meet. So in a rectangle, you have got 4 vertices. Let's have a look at a square. So a square has got 1 point or corner where the sides meet. That's a vertice. And another one. And another one. And another one. So how many is that? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a square has 4 vertices. Let's have a look at a triangle. Okay, here's our triangle. Let's have a think. How many vertices, how many points where the sides meet? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. I think that might help us with the question. Which shape has 3 vertices? Is it our triangle? Is it our rectangle? Is it our square? Or is it our circle? Does the circle have any vertices? Does it have anywhere where there's a point where the sides meet? Okay, so that's your flashback question. But in your actual maths lesson, you're going to be carrying on with fractions, and your fractions today is thirds. So we've learnt about halves, where we've got 2 equal parts. So there's my whole, and I've got 1 half and another half. So that's 2 equal parts. And if I wanted to break it into quarters, I would have how many equal parts? I would have 4 equal parts. And one of those equal parts, one of the 4, is called a quarter. So that is 1 of the 4, a quarter. But today we're going to be thinking about thirds. So we have got to break it into 3 equal parts. And one of those equal parts is a third. So that's what you will be learning about today. There is also some maths words in there that are going to be new. They're called numerator and denominator. Now the top one, the top number in your fraction is called a numerator, and the bottom one is called a denominator. Top numerator, bottom denominator. And the numerator tells us how many of those equal parts we're thinking about. So we're thinking about the 1 of those 3. And the denominator tells us how many of those parts there are. There's 1, 2, 3. So in a third, we've got the 1, the numerator, and the denominator at the bottom. So have a go at those questions. In the video, it does say you can have a go at making some Play-Doh. You don't need to have a go at making the Play-Doh. I know that at the minute it's difficult for people to get lots of cooking stuff, so we don't need to be doing that just now. But if you've got some Play-Doh in your house already, then you can use that. Okay. So we've talked about maths, and now I think after you've done that, it will probably be time for your lunch, to have some food, to have a relax, have something to eat, get that brain going again, have a drink, have a chat with the family and see how they are. After you've had something to eat, you might want to do some topic, and we have sent you on Class Story a link to a YouTube video which is me talking about the different parts of a castle. So when you have finished this activity, you will know the names of the parts of a castle, and you will be able to label the parts of the castle on the worksheet that we have sent you. Now, I really enjoyed making that, so I hope that you enjoy it too. Now, free choice time. What is free choice time? Goodness me. Now, free choice time is a time for you to choose what you want to do. Now, it might be that you want to go back and finish your English because you didn't want to do it in the morning, or you didn't get the Turkish finished, or you didn't start the Turkish and you want to get started on the Turkish. You might want to have another go at finishing off the maths, or even you might want to do some activities related to the maths. It's up to you. You might decide, actually, I don't want to do any of the school learning at the minute. What I really want to do is go on to Go Noodle and do something active. I want to do some dancing, or I want to do some drawing or some painting. It is up to you. You might like to do some reading, and we have sent you a list of websites as well to help you with your reading. You can always have a go at a new level if you want to. It's okay to have a go at the new level for reading. But please remember, if you are going to have a go at a new reading level, make sure that you are not just reading the words, you are understanding the words as well. You want to be making sure that you are learning about the inference of the story. And inference means that you can draw conclusions from the story based on what they are telling you. So, for example, if the story said, Dad put on his thick coat and his woolly hat and his gloves and went outside. If I was to ask you, what do you think the weather is like in this story? You will know that because Dad has put on his gloves and his hat and his thick coat, that the weather is probably cold. It's not sunny. So you are using all of those clues in the story to draw some conclusions. Okay, so once you've had a go at that, and you think you're really confident, then you can move on to a new level. I think that's it for today. I hope that you have understood everything. Please remember that this timetable you don't have to use this timetable if it's not going to be helpful for you. It's just to give your mummies and daddies an idea of the work that we have sent you today, and hopefully for you to be able to help yourself. We've also sent you a little poster which gives you some steps onto how you can set yourself up for the day. Listen to the morning message, get your pencil case ready, try and do the work yourself so that you know each step to take. It might give you a little bit more motivation, a little bit more help to help you be excited about the learning. We have also sent you some spelling and handwriting practice, which you can also do in your free time. But it's your choice. You don't have to do that. I'll show you what that looks like now. So that looks like that. And that means that you can practice your spelling and your handwriting. You don't have to print it out. You can just use it by copying it down from the screen. It's up to you. That can be part of your free choice time if you want to. Okay? So, back to the timetable. I think that's everything. Have a lovely day today, and it's nice to see you. Well, I can't see you, but it's nice to know that you're all back and listening to my message. Take care. Have fun.